And I think that was another Vince idea. Because you always said, like, yeah, you're calm, you're laid back, you're cool. Everything you do is cool. Like, all right. He goes, yeah, you want to say, like, cool. All right, well, that's not much of a catchphrase, but okay, I'll go with it.
Okay, so take the perch here. You sexy thing, sexy thing. Wow, thank you for the entrance music. Wow. How you guys doing this afternoon? We don't do a lot of live podcasts, so I'm excited to be in front of you guys. It's just so great to be able to hang out with you guys here. Give it up for the Independent Wrestling Expo. This has been a great show. Well, you certainly didn't come here to see me talk, so let's bring in our special guests for this episode, for this live podcast of Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Carlito. We've got a little bit of a chant there, a little Carlito chant. I like that.
That's nice, about 4 people, but, you know, still nice to hear your name.
I love this shirt. I have the same one. Paying respect to Shad.
Yeah, give it up for Shad.
Yeah, that's great. How have you been?
So far, so good. No complaints.
It's been a heck of a year for you.
Yeah, like it's, you know, considering everything, it hasn't been a bad year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you started off the year in WWE. That's pretty good.
It was nice to go back to my old playground for a bit.
How much time did you get before the Royal Rumble? How much did they tell you before it was going to happen?
Yeah, let's say about a month out.
Okay. Because you look like you were in incredible shape at the Rumble.
Thank you.
So what's that month look like leading up to the Rumble?
I was just doing what I've been doing before. The problem was, you know, nobody's seen me anywhere, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've been like that for years now. But, you know, like I said, everyone thinks when you're on TV, you died or something. I'll be at the airport or something. Oh, man, you're still alive? I goes, well, yeah. Because you're not on TV doesn't mean you just disappear somewhere.
Well, I think with this hair, you can't disappear, right?
Well, that's true, yeah, as long as I can keep it.
Was there ever a point in time when you're like, maybe I don't need to have hair that looks like this?
Yeah, all the time, especially in the summer, especially when I go back to Puerto Rico in that heat. Or, you know, living here down in Houston where I live, it's pretty hot too.
Yeah. So a month of lead up to the Royal Rumble, did you think you'd just be working the Rumble match?
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I thought. I'd come back, you know, for, you know, like they do, bring the surprise entrant and, you know, have a good time and back to, I guess, being dead or whatever. I don't know.
back to being dead and people going, I can't believe that you're still alive. Yeah. But then they went, yeah, you should actually come back and be part of Raw.
Yeah. They told me, I think, the night before, which is, thank God, you know, because it allowed me to pack some more clothes. They said, do you mind doing Raw the next time? I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Did you think it would turn into something more than that?
I had no hopes. My only goal was to just go out there and put on a good showing. You know what I mean? Go out there in the best shape that I could be, and you know, just remind people that, you know, I'm still around.
Is this the best shape you've ever been in?
Well, it depends. I mean, since when?
You tell me.
I've looked like this for the past 10 years.
Okay, so this might be the best WWE shape you've ever been in.
Probably. I'm assuming. Yeah. Well, especially the way people say it. Because the way they say it is like, it's not even what they say, it's the tone. Like, oh, man, you look great. Well, what does that mean? What did I look like before, you know? But no, I'm just saying. Well, all right, well.
Yeah, I'm just saying you look great today,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it when you left WWE, did you just have more time to actually put time into going to the gym?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot more free time, and, you know, I wanted to do something different, you know, dedicate myself to something else. You know, and, of course, I had Chris Masters guiding me. He always gave me good training information. So, yeah, I just took that and ran with it.
Here, let's switch mics here.
Yeah, I was going to say, your mic is...
Well, I'll hold the mic because you're going to be talking more than me anyway.
This one works. All right.
Yeah, we're good.
This is good.
Yeah, Chris Masters is just a giant of a human being. I don't know if everyone knows how close you guys are.
I think they do.
Yeah?
I remember the other day somebody said, oh, how's everything at NWA? How long you been there? I said, I haven't been to NWA. Well, isn't Masters there? I go, yeah. Well, I thought because he's there, you're there. I said, no, man, we're two different people, you know what I mean? So
you look slightly different from Chris Masters.
Yeah, a lot different than Masters, but yeah.
Yeah. What's your best Chris Masters story?
My best Chris Masters story?
You traveled with him for years.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any he'd like me to tell. The only stories I have is when he comes to my house, he just empties out my fridge.
To be expected, right?
To be expected, yeah.
Yeah.
So
if we take this all the way back, you grew up in a family where your father is a very well-known wrestler. As you're growing up, is it just expected that Junior is going to be a wrestler too?
I kind of think that now.
Yeah.
Because people ask me, like, well, what would you do if you weren't a wrestler? So I really don't know. I don't think I had a choice but to become a wrestler. Because all my jobs have been wrestling related.
Right.
I started in the canteen there, like selling food and drinks. Then I was the beer hawker. I'd go around, selling beer. Then I became the cameraman. Then I was part of the ring crew. And then eventually I just graduated to wrestler.
But the fact that you have done all of those jobs must give you such a greater appreciation for everything that goes on inside of here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just seeing it as a kid, what it takes. Learning. Just learning how everything works. Behind the scenes, and how the boys are. And how the politics and all that work. It's just you learn to appreciate and understand everything from a young age.
So are you 4 years old and you want to be a pro wrestler?
No, I was even 14 years. I didn't even think about being a wrestler. Just like I said, it just kind of happened. I don't even know if I had even time to think about it. It just kind of just evolved into being a wrestler.
Don't like it was like osmosis. You were just around it enough
that it pretty much sucked me in, and here we are. How many years later? We don't want to count the years, but yeah, it's been a lot of years since.
You don't even know how many years?
I do. I just don't want to say it.
Does anyone know out here? Yeah. So when did you make the decision to actually step in the ring?
What's that?
When did you make the decision to actually step in the ring and start training?
I didn't. They made that decision for me. Yeah, I was the cameraman.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, we need you for this angle. What do you mean? Well, we need you to wrestle. All promoters are. We need you to wrestle one time.
Yeah.
All right. And then one turned into two. The two turned into 2 years. And then,
however many years after saying the number, yeah.
It's in the 20s.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
I think that deserves a round of applause. I mean, my goodness. And you're still healthy, too.
On the outside, yeah.
As you sit here right now, though, 20-plus year career, is there anything on you that hurts?
Everything, pretty much, yeah. But, it's, like I said, it's what I signed up for. I knew it from the beginning. Like I said, from seeing it at a young age, seeing all those guys walk around, like they were 80 years old and,
And they're like 40-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I said, well, I'm assuming that's how it's going to end. But, it is what it is.
What do you think that you've done in the latter part of your career that's kept you as healthy as you've been?
I call it Shakespeare. I do a lot more Shakespeare now, which is understanding more about the, the entertainment and not just the work. Just because you're not doing a bunch of things doesn't mean you're not working. There's other ways to, like we call it in our business, work.
Yeah. So is it more of like taking less bumps, but doing?
It's more of working harder in different ways, without taking bumps. You know what I mean?
Huh.
But you put whatever you might not do bumps, but you put more work into this. And sometimes it's more exhausting doing what I call the Shakespeare aspect than actually taking bumps.
I love that you call it the Shakespeare.
Well, that's a Booker T term.
Is that something you learned from Booker T?
That word, yeah. Calling it Shakespeare, I got it from him, yeah.
Huh. So what point in your career did you go, all right, I need to start doing more of that to save my body? When
you get older, and that's when every wrestler learns about that.
But I feel like not every wrestler comes to terms with the fact that they're older.
No, your body lets you know. You know what I mean? Your body lets you know. Yeah, I think this business is one of those things where your body lets you know you're not young anymore.
Yeah. How long into training until WWE started taking notice of what you were doing?
What's that?
How long into your career till WWE started taking notice and went, this is someone we should have our eye on, someone we should sign?
Oh, I was about 5 years in, working in Puerto Rico. I think it was Bruce Pritchard that they sent him down to. There was another competing company with my dad. They sent him to scout those guys. And according to the story is that he was watching TV before the show, and my dad's show was on, and he saw me, and then he went back and recommended me. And then about 2 months later, I think they called my dad and asked me to go to, I think it was North Carolina, South Carolina for a dark match. And then from there I worked. My first dark match was with Tommy Dreamer.
Wow.
Then I worked Jamie Noble. And then, after my first match, they kind of said, we want to sign you. And a couple months later, they sent me over to Louisville, to OVW.
Wow. Is there like a piece of advice that your dad gave you early on? In the wrestling business?
Yeah,
it's doing it to me.
Yeah.
That's kind of stuck with you?
Yeah, he just how to, it's called, just have common sense, keep your mouth shut, you know what I mean? And just, especially, the main thing actually that stuck with me is in Puerto Rico we have what's called island time. which means like, let's say you have a meeting, it's at 3, it means around 3 o'clock start thinking about getting there. And this is like big power meetings, big like banks and businesses, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They say when you go there, when they say 3 o'clock, they mean be there at 3 o'clock, so. And sure enough, I learned that. You have to be there. You guys mean the actual.
And you're saying island time is 3 o'clock. I'll get there at.
It's 3-ish.
3-ish.
3:15-ish.
A time that begins with a 3.
Yeah. 3 means start thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Start thinking about it.
About getting to it. Yeah. So that was one that stuck with me. It's a good thing I did because it's that's the way it works here.
Yeah. So basically, show up on time.
Right.
And that's, in WWE, you have a call time. You need to be there.
Yeah, you need to be there on time, exactly.
Or else you get fined, isn't that right?
Right, or even showing up to, for practice and stuff, or in OVW. If you were 2 minutes late, you have to do extra drills or, they chew you out, so yeah.
So
always be on time.
If that's advice from your dad, Shakespeare's the advice from Booker T.
Right.
What's just the wrestling advice that has stuck with you the most?
That stuck with me the most? Probably the Shakespeare stuff, I think. Just to learn how to protect your body. Protect your body without being lazy. That's the main thing. People confuse take care of your body and being lazy is two different things.
When you were coming up in OVW and you were about to debut in WWE, this was going to be a completely different gimmick than what we ended up seeing on WWE. Wasn't this going to be something with Rico Constantine?
Apparently, that's the story. I don't know. I hear that, but that was above my pay grade at that time.
This was never pitched to you, though?
I don't think it was ever pitched. I don't know. This was years ago, so maybe it was, but I don't remember. I just remember. The thing was that when I used to shave my head. So when I got to OVW, I showed up and everybody was bald. So I was like, all right, I better do something different. So I just started to grow my hair, and then I got lazy, and then it just turned into this. And then, you look around and say, oh, man, nobody has hair like this. I got something here.
Yeah,
and then I just kind of rolled with it.
This has now become your trademark.
Pretty much. The hair and the apples, my gimmick, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
How'd the apples come around?
The apple was, actually, it's funny because I used to get a lot of, they say, oh, you're a Razor Ramon ripoff. I was like, I'm nothing like Razor Ramon. I don't know where people get that from. And then I was at the Hall of Fame for my dad, but right before him, they inducted Razor Ramon. And they're showing some of his vignettes. And I was like, oh my God, my vignettes are all ripoffs of his old vignettes. And then in one of those, I don't know what he was eating something. And he spat at some guy, whatever. Then, fast forward to mine, was I'm at a fruit stand, and I grab an apple, and I spit in the vendor's face.
Yeah.
And I guess Vid saw that after, and he goes, oh, I love it. I want you to keep on doing it. I was like, all right, I'm the one spinning the apple? Yeah, go for it, man.
I think
I'll do as many times as you want.
I think Razor had an apple, right? Yeah.
Was it an apple or was it? It was an apple. Well, there you go. See that? It was an exact rip-off then. There you go.
It's like the same person wrote the vignettes for him that wrote them for you.
Apparently, yeah.
Wow. But it wasn't just having an apple and spitting an apple. It had a catchphrase that went along with it. How long till that became a thing?
I think that was another Vince idea. You always said, like, you're calm, you're laid back, you're cool. Everything you do is cool. I was like, all right. He goes, you want to say, like, cool. All right, well, that's not much of a catchphrase, but okay, I'll go with it. And sure enough, yeah.
But it was, I spit in the face of people.
I get all the time, people say a catchphrase. I say, I don't have a catchphrase. He goes, yeah, spit in the face. All right, I guess that's my catchphrase.
Spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Apparently, yeah. That's my catchphrase now, yeah.
Yeah. Is it not?
I guess it is. No, everybody tells me it is.
Yeah.
It's always been that. Yeah, it goes,
it is now.
They tell me all the time, yeah.
I mean, it's at the start of your entrance theme.
Yeah, no, it is. But I just thought it was just my intro. I didn't think it was a catchphrase. But yeah, apparently that's my catchphrase.
When that was at the start of your intro for your entrance theme, did you sit in like a recording studio and say that like 15, 20,
I said,
100 times?
I said a whole bunch of different lines. They said, all right, just say this or come up with this or now you say some lines, and then from there kind of just took different things.
So there were different lines.
There were different lines,
not just different
If you listen
reads.
to the song, there's like different lines in Spanish and stuff within the song.
It wasn't like you were sitting there going, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
No.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
No, I think it was just one line. I just said it that way, and then they added the spit to it. And I think it said, okay, now grab the apple and just spit it. I want to go record you. All right.
Was there anyone that was like, I know this is your gimmick, man, but please don't spit in my face?
No, man, I haven't had, I'm sure, not to my face or behind whatever, but yeah, nobody's ever, that's the cool thing about the wrestling business, man. They ask you to do all kind of weird stuff, and it's what it is. That's what we got to do. Right? That's what we do.
Yeah, in no other business would it be acceptable to be doing that.
Right, exactly. No other business you can say, okay, so this guy's going to spit on your face. Well, you go, what? But no, it was like, they just said, yeah, okay, cool, and then just walk away.
Was there ever something that was pitched to you that you went, I don't know if this is for me?
Yeah, that happens all the time. But, you just got to, you got to Like that's why you got to speak up. That's why you see guys with bad gimmicks because they didn't say anything. But at the same time, it can be pretty intimidating. But at the same time, you got to think, man.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, don't go with it because it's not going to turn out well.
What would you say is the thing, like when you're at a convention like this, what's the thing that most fans would come up to you and ask you about?
Believe it or not, I get a lot. They go, hey, how much do you charge to spin my face? I was like, why would you want that?
Well, how much do you charge for something?
I don't do it. No, I think that could be a lawsuit anyway. So I don't even.
Well, especially with COVID. Yeah.
Right, especially now with COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why you'd want anybody to do that. You know what I mean?
Do you ever sign apples?
I sign apples, yeah, all the time.
That doesn't seem like a great.
I tell them that too. It's going to rot in like 3 days. But you can sign it anyway. All right. But some people are smart and they'll bring me like a fake apple. And then that's better.
That's
that makes
much
more
smarter.
Sense.
Yeah,
much better. Yeah.
Is there a certain storyline that people always want to ask you about?
Yeah. Well, the Cena stabbing, of course. They always ask that. I think it ended up turning out that we didn't stab him. Something happened. I think somebody else did. I don't know. I forgot how it all ended. I think that's the main one. Is the Cena.
Yeah, you tried to kill John Cena.
Apparently I tried to kill him. But then I think it was Jesus that ended up trying to kill him. I don't know. Anyway, I ended up being innocent.
The fact that you debuted against Cena, won the U.S. title, I mean, that's also a pretty great way to come in.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for a better debut than that.
Yeah. Did you know about that leading up to it? Did you know how you were going to come in?
Yeah, I think I did, but maybe like a couple of days before. I don't think. This is when they started the whole, trying to keep stuff from everybody.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Sometimes when I talk, you can hear it. There we go. So they're trying to keep it from the dirt sheets, is what you're saying.
Right, yeah, and not named dirty, just keep it from the boys too.
Oh, really?
This was like the first, what do you call it? I was telling the story the other day about the first cashing in of the what's it
Money
called?
in the Bank?
Money in the Bank with Edge. I remember it was me and Cena at the end. And then I'll get you with a roll up. I said, wait a minute, that's not the way to end. We've done all this thing. No, it's gonna be cool. I said, I think we should do something else, man. Why don't you? Let's do that. And I was like, all right, that's what you guys want to do. Sure enough, the roll up happens. 1, 2, 3. Edge's music, and I'm just looking at. Oh, okay.
It all makes sense now. Yeah.
I see. Now it makes sense. Yeah. Now the roll up is actually the perfect kind of finish for what's going to happen next.
So obviously there's a tremendous amount of upside to debuting, winning the U.S. title. I mean, that's an incredible debut that no one will forget. Is there also not a lot of downside because it's tough to continue to build from such a huge debut?
Yeah, not only that is, people start looking at you like, oh, who's this guy? You know what I mean? Who's this guy they're giving this big push to? You know what I mean? But I was always confident I could handle myself, so I didn't worry about it too much. And also I didn't, my head didn't get too big because I also knew, okay, it's probably what everybody's thinking.
And people maybe didn't say it to you backstage, but did you feel that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up in this, you know what I mean? I could tell, I know the boys, you know what I mean? I could tell what's going on.
Well, not only do you win the U.S. title in your debut match, then you get paired with Trish Stratus, you get paired with Tori Wilson.
Yeah, I didn't like any of that because Carlito was never, that's what I think everything started going downhill because Carlito was always the guy that talked about having all these girls but never got the girl, you know what I mean? And then when he gets the girl, it's like, okay, that's not him, you know what I mean? He's the guy that brags about being all these girls, and then, these girls, you talk to them, and they, it's the worst thing imaginable, you know what I mean? They can't stand them. But, I don't know, they turned me into some ladies' man for some reason.
So, you're saying that wasn't true to your character?
No, I was just the opposite. Carlito wasn't a ladies' man.
But did you not enjoy, your screen time with Tori or Trish?
No, they were great friends and stuff, but at the same time, I'm thinking, this is not... this is not the best thing for my character.
Yeah, but is there anything you can do at that point?
No, because, you're young and stuff, so, I should have spoken out more, but, at that point, I was just starting, you just, like I said, you just keep your mouth shut and do what they tell you.
When you look back at your entire career, what's the standout for you?
The standout?
Yeah.
I think the standout was just probably behind the scenes. Just like, they knew me to be the guy that would, I guess didn't take any nonsense, you know what I mean? Or stood up for himself. It's kind of what, it also gets labeled as the troublemaker or whatever, but I always just thought, I just spoke up and, spoke my mind.
Did you actually get in trouble for that?
All the time. Towards the end, yeah, all the time.
You laugh about it now.
All the time. Well, yeah, what are you going to do now, you know what I mean?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Did you just stop caring? Is that what it is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is there a specific one?
No, it's just, towards the last couple of years, I was I was out of control those last couple of years.
Would you say you're more in control now?
Yeah, now I'm totally zen, totally in control now, totally, got nothing but positive vibes. But I get all the time, like, who would you spit on or whatever, who do you hate? They try to get you to talk dirt. I was like, I got no beef with anybody, no heat with anybody, and I wish everyone the best.
Is this like a conscious thing that you did in the last 5 or 10 years? Maybe
Yeah.
Meditation, yoga, whatever it happens to be, to make you more zen?
Yeah, just find a way to get rid of the anger and then learn that life's a lot more than about worrying about silly things. You know what I mean? And just kind of enjoy it.
It's also the idea of like you can only control what you can control.
Right. Exactly.
And there's no point in freaking out about something that you have zero control over.
Right. That's the main thing I do now is I don't waste. I think about it's called wasted energy. I don't waste my time on stuff I can't control.
Does the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your day look like you have a morning routine with this type of stuff?
No. You mean like meditate and stuff?
Yeah.
No. I don't do any of that either.
You've just become zen.
I've just become zen. Yeah. I'm an all-day zen guy.
Is it from reading certain books?
No, just
like a conscious decision.
Conscious
you
decision,
made.
yeah, to just
Wow.
be positive and be, and let things go.
When did this happen? This is amazing.
This was a couple of years back. But like I said, like 5 or 6 years, I think, something like
Did
that.
something happen that you went, okay, it's time for me to?
Yeah, I just
flip
got
the
tired of being
switch?
angry all the time. It was exhausting. So what am I so angry about?
I don't know. How can a guy that's this laid back, this
Right.
cool, be also angry?
I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't even think about it. I just forgot about all that too. I just thought, you know what? Just be positive, man. Put
Yeah.
good things out there.
Is there anything you learned from your time in WWE, specifically from Vince McMahon?
Yeah, he is a genius. You know what I mean? He has a lot of great ideas. I think wrestling owes him a lot. And yeah, just learn how to be. Just learn how the business side works. You know what I mean? It's cool to be. I like what I like about him and Stephanie's the same way is. They're just great business people that they're likable, whatever, and they'll be friendly and stuff. But at the same time, if it's not good for business, they'll cut things off and won't hesitate for a second. Which is the way you got to be.
Which is also very difficult because I think it's hard to look at things from just a business standpoint when it feels very personal sometimes.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta separate the personal from the business.
Yeah. What have you been up to? Like, you see people run into you at airports and think that you're dead because they haven't seen you on WWE. What are you up to these days?
Yeah, I've just been doing these shows, doing these conventions and stuff. Working on my NBA 2K. There we go.
That's the biggest pop of the night.
That's got the biggest pop. Yeah, they know. They understand.
Who's your team?
Man, I'm a bandwagoner. Like I said, yeah, when Puerto Rico comes with a team, I'll be loyal. You know what I mean?
But in 2K. Oh yeah.
I do like Luka. I do like Luka a lot.
In 2K, who do you play with?
Right now, I think I play with the Nets.
Okay. Oh, we got okay.
Yeah.
Like a lukewarm.
And the
reaction,
crazy
right?
thing is, I hated Harden, but since last year. But all of a sudden, he's on the Nets now, so now I have no shame. I don't care.
So NBA 2K Pro, pretty much is what you're saying.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. If they give me if they find a way to pay me for that, I'm working on it.
I think that's a possibility.
It might be, but I think it's like these little 12-year-olds, right? That can just kill everybody.
They have nothing but time.
They have nothing but time. Yeah, exactly.
What's game number 2 for you?
Game number 2?
Like if 2K is the number 1 game.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I think it's just 2K. That's it. I haven't played that one.
Is basketball the sport you watch the most too?
Basketball, football, and then baseball in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then hockey, I tried. I can't.
Oh, that hurts me. I'm a
Can't get into
Canadian.
it. Yeah. Well, I'm half Canadian, but that's why I tried to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in person, because like baseball is great in person. It goes by fast. But
Baseball's
on TV,
a
it
great
just seems-
hangout. Like
Yeah.
me and you go. We have a beer. We eat a hot dog.
$20 beer, but
But the,
$50 hot dog.
but the beers at the games hit you a lot harder.
Yeah.
There's something about
I think it's
that.
the sun on you, maybe.
And that, I don't know, that draft beer, I don't
Really
know.
gets you.
Yeah, who is your football team?
Football team is the Chiefs, too.
Oh, this is a mixed reaction here. I think you were supposed to say the Cowboys.
Oh, no, I don't like the Cowboys.
Let's see how this gets, what the reaction is here. I'm a Browns fan. Ooh.
You got one over there.
Okay, I'm a heel for everybody else, though. Oh. No. I mean, I should at least get some sympathy for the Browns.
Any Seahawks fans? One
Seahawks fan.
One Seahawks fan. 1.5.
Baseball team?
Baseball, actually the Houston's, what do you call it? The Astros are the only Houston team I like.
Yeah, okay. There you go. The Astros. Yeah.
Okay.
And hockey?
Hockey, the Rangers, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
New York
Rangers.
Rangers? The Toronto Maple Leafs? They're my team. Okay, thank you.
Actually, I think, I got to go for my mom's team, so I'll choose the Maple Leafs.
Do you feel like you have any ties to Canada?
Yeah, I tell people I call I'm a kayfabe Canadian. Just like, Canadian, but are you? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I have family there. I've visited family there. I've gone there from time to time.
Where are they? What city?
Oakville?
Yes.
Okay.
I grew up like 40 minutes from there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That pretty much, that's where a lot of my family's there. A lot of it is Ottawa. Let's see where else.
Okay.
So yeah, I got ties there, and I've spent Christmases and stuff there. So
you kayfabe Canadian. You're Canadian when it's convenient.
right, exactly, right.
Yeah.
Like when I go over there, I'll do the cheap pop and tell them I'm half Canadian like you guys.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So, working some indie shows, playing a lot of 2K. That's basically it.
Yeah.
No.
Training.
Training more than. I mean, look at the size of your arms.
Training.
Jeez.
Yes, that's about it.
I mean, looking better than ever.
Oh, thank you.
It's true.
I don't like your tone now.
Oh, all right. Yeah, man, you're looking really good. Yeah. We're going to open this up for Q&As. Does anybody in the audience have some questions here? We'll start right over here.
Okay. You're an appetizer. Do you have a preference for an appetizer?
Ooh, a preference for an app.
I get that all the time. Yeah. Do you like the green ones? I don't care. They all work the same.
It's a good question.
They all spit fine.
Okay. Does one look better on camera?
No, it just
Doesn't
depends
matter?
on how you chew them.
Okay. I'll repeat the questions back so everybody can hear it here. Yes.
Hey, you have me at Chiefs, but I'm a Yankees fan, so you lost me on Astros. Have you ever worked for New Japan? If you haven't, would you consider working for New Japan, and who would you want to work for?
Have you ever worked for New Japan? If you haven't, who would you like to work there?
I've never worked for New Japan actually. I'd love to work for New Japan. And like I said, I get asked all the time, like, what's your dream match or anything? No, I mean, I don't know. It's my job. I'm whoever's in front of me. That's where I want to work. You know what I mean? Or whoever's the biggest payday. That's who I want to wrestle.
What about a dream match of someone who maybe isn't with us anymore?
Oh, probably Macho Man. It's like I don't think
Ooh,
yeah, that's probably one guy. I don't think I never even met him.
Yeah.
But there's only like one probably guy that I never met.
Okay. What's your favorite match that you've ever worked?
My favorite match, I just figured that I get that all the time. It was I think it was the WrestleMania with my brother and I against Miz and Morrison. Just because that's every kid's dream is be you and your brother in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then winning a tag champs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's hard to beat.
All right, more questions? Yes, sir.
Growing up, who did you want to be like? Who was your idol? Growing up.
Your biggest influence.
Growing up, who is your idol? Who is your biggest influence?
Yeah, I get that asked a lot. I didn't have a certain. Yes, of course you can take stuff from different people, but I always wanted to be the first me. I never wanted to be the next anybody. So the least of all, my dad. I wanted to be totally different from what my dad was. And you see guys from different places, especially in Puerto Rico, where it was a melting pot. You see guys from Japan, guys from Mexico, guys from the States. So I just kind of took a little bit of what I liked from different people, and I just wanted to make my own.
Yeah, and you have.
I believe I have.
20 plus years.
For better or for worse.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So if you did decide to go back to the WWE, and if you had to feud with someone, and if you were to feud with the champion, who would it be?
Ooh, that's good. If you were to feud with anyone in WWE and it was a champion, who would it be?
Yeah, it'd be nice to go back. Definitely, probably Bobby Lashley. I'd whoop him easy. You know what I mean?
Hey, welcome
I've seen him. He's not that big. He's not that strong.
All right, Carlito versus. Yeah, actually, this probably stretches a little bit. Yes, here we go. Come over here. This makes way more sense than me repeating the question.
What was your reaction when you found out when you were first in WWE, the storyline with John Cena? What was your first reaction when they told you were going to be out in the ring with John Cena?
Yeah, I was nervous for a little bit, of course, but also, it's I like it when what do you call it? We got no choice. It's you got to go out there and perform. So it kind of when you realize it's like that, it kind of takes the pressure off you. Because number one, I said I'm not going back to Puerto Rico, and number two, I said, all right, this is what I got to do. I'm not going to fail in front of a live audience. So you can't just lose those nerves and just do what you do.
John must have also been hyper aware of how big that moment was for you.
Yeah, he was totally cool. He was he was actually too nice, which is funny because I thought he ribbed me. I thought he was tricking me because he was just you met John, right? He's just one of the nicest guys.
So nice, yeah.
You'll meet, and the first thing we do is right over lockup. He kicks me in the stomach, and I couldn't breathe. It's like, oh, okay, wait a minute. This must be like the welcome to the big leagues rookie type of thing. But no, it's just the way he was at first. Yeah, when he first started, he would just kill you.
Wow.
But he's since then he's gotten so much better. But those first couple of matches, boy, he's a big boy too.
He's big, yeah.
When he hits you, he hits you.
Got any other questions here? Oh, all the way in the back. Why don't you come over here? Yeah, and then we can say it into the mic here. He's hustling over here. This is great. In fact, if you have a question, this will probably make things easier. If you have a question, why don't we line up here and we'll get right to it.
Favorite city to wrestle in?
Favorite city to wrestle in? I guess you could have yelled that from the back of the room, but thank you.
Favorite city? I don't know. That's a good question. It's been
It's your hometown?
Yeah, that's probably one of the best places to wrestle. It's just because they're crazy and they're pretty wild.
WWE doesn't get to travel to Puerto Rico often either.
No, not often. Maybe once a year, maybe. I think.
So when it's there, it must be like.
They're going back now in I think October.
Oh, that's
They're
exciting.
going back, which first time in I don't know how many years.
You should probably be there.
I should, but I don't know. I don't.
Just saying, putting
I
that out into the
I don't
world.
book these things. So.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions from anyone in the audience? If you've asked a question, you can ask another one. Hold on. You didn't ask your question in the mic, so here we go.
I know you said that you didn't know what you wanted to do other than wrestle. Do you have any dreams or anything that you have set aside for when you retire? Like spending time with kids, going on certain vacations? What do you dream about when you retire?
Yeah, no, I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Yeah, I don't think like that. And I mean, because tomorrow's not promised, so I don't. Right now, I'm focused on wrestling, and from there we'll see.
Day to day.
Day to day, right? Yeah. And then when my body tells me, okay, that's not happening anymore, then I'll figure out what else to do.
How many more years do you think your body's telling you have?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it tells me I got 10 more. Sometimes it tells me I got 10 more minutes. So I don't. I don't know. I'm hoping for a couple more years.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this. I'm so
you.
glad it was so great to be able to sit down with you in
Thank you,
person.
man. Appreciate it.
Ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, Carlito.
Thank you, man. It was great. Appreciate you.